Hey, welcome back to 42 Strains. Yo, 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 this is Double A coming at you with
Chuck Dante.
And Rue.
That's right, everybody. Welcome back.
Whoa.
Yeah, thank you, guys. Yeah, welcome back, guys, to episode 3 of season 2 of 42 Strains. We hope all of our spam out there is doing wonderful. It's a little bit of a smaller episode today with just Rue, Chuck, and I, your boy Double A here. It's also a special episode. Oh, my goodness.
I still love that we have a theme song.
Yeah, we have a theme song. That song you just heard a bit of there wasn't the whole one. If you want to hear the whole one, go to the first episode of season 2. That was the song 42 Strains by the band Papers. Check them out on Instagram, Twitter, the Papers Band.
Papers, like what you roll your joints with.
Exactly.
I roll with papers.
Hashtag I roll with Papers.
We roll with papers.
They're a wonderful band, wonderful human beings. We have been absolutely graced with their talent by having them make that song. We absolutely love it and jam to it every time it's playing before we start this recording. So thank you, Papers.
Yeah, they also play a lot of shows in the Bay Area, so keep a lookout for that.
Hell yeah, go check them out if you can catch them. Today we have sort of a special episode because Chuck and I both recently did a really cool thing with the Hightimes Cannabis Cup.
I did a cool thing?
Yeah, we did do cool things.
We did a cool thing.
Yeah, we did cool things.
You did
a little
cool thing?
different cool things, but kind of cool things together.
Ooh.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we did.
Together, but
Exactly.
different.
So just recently we did the judging and submitted our judgments for the SoCal Hightimes Cannabis Cup, which has just been absolutely wonderful. And pretty much I went over all the sativas. I believe there were 17 strains. I can count them through my notebook, but I believe there were 17. And Chuck did indica. I believe there was 21 indicas. We both did flower. There was also like a dab section.
There's pre-rolls.
Yeah, there was pre-rolls.
Ooh, that
I
would've
think
been
there was an
fun.
edibles too.
There was.
Yeah, an edibles too.
There was
really
edibles,
cool.
pre-rolls. There was like there was even one for like the solves and bombs and like.
Oh yeah, that's
Ooh,
right.
all,
Yeah,
like,
yeah. There was one for
topical
solves and
stuffs.
bombs.
Yeah, I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, so we're going to actually talk about that a little bit today. We won't be doing a strain review, but you will hear us smoking because Rue's got a nice, fresh green bowl over there. I'll tell you what we're smoking on. We're smoking on some green crack, I believe, right now.
Yes, we got the green crack in here.
Yeah, green crack, nice
I
sativa.
haven't had it in so long, and I saw it on the menu, and I had to. We've been talking
She
about
had
it
to.
recently, too.
Yeah, it's a good strain. It really is a good strain.
I do it now?
Oh, yeah, light it up, absolutely. Yeah, we'll just get going on that bowl. We'll get going on this episode. I have a little bit of an email, not like a bunch of emails, but I definitely got an email to go over. We got another email back from Jamie, who emailed us previously. We went over their
Jamie!
question. They really
What up,
appreciated us answering their email. She actually thought, I want to read it for her words here. Thanks for the in-depth answers, especially from Surfer Dan, who understood what my line of questioning was.
Okay.
Also, I
don't remember what his line of thought was.
Oh, so she was the one who she asked, how do each of you compare each other's tastes and preferences to your own? Is there anyone in the group who
that one.
consistently agree? So
Right
we
on.
were all talking about that.
Yeah,
Surfer
yeah.
Dan.
Thank you. Sorry, Stoner.
No worries at all. She said, also, I take my invitation to join very seriously and look forward to smoking with you all.
Heck yeah.
So yeah,
Oh,
Jamie, we
sick.
will totally have
Join
you on at some
the
point. That is super easy to do.
Love when our
Check
circle
that out.
grows.
See, there's another member of the spam right now who wants to come and smoke with us in our lounge.
Ooh.
Heck yeah, dude.
Stoner way.
And then what's funny is she sent another one that said, "Wait, P.S. In response to the first question
Wait.
from Tyler Durden about the plant or the seed first,
Oh.
I think it
Okay.
was. She says, I think it was neither, and also maybe both. Total. She's being.
This hippie
Yeah.
bitch.
I think it also
Love
must
it.
had to have done with some sort of natural pollinators like bees and even some human interference, cross cultivation, and the combination of which was able to combine different species into modern plants.
Okay.
Also, I consider myself to be a nihilist and not an existentialist when it comes to philosophy. Because I know we kind of got into like that
we got
philosophy
into
talk
yeah.
and stuff like that. So
They
thank
both
you, Jamie.
became into existence at the same time.
And all right, so now we actually have
They
our
just-
spam
boom.
interacting with each other's questions.
I
and
love
coming
it.
back to us. So that's great.
Heck yes.
I really
spam.
appreciate that.
Yeah, we
Now-
love the spam,
spam fam.
interaction.
Now we
we
can only
love
hope
the,
that Tyler's out here listening and goes,
Yeah.
"Ah."
yeah.
Come on in, Tyler.
Yeah, so that's wonderful. Love that we got some great little fan interaction out of some of those email questions. That was wonderful. Now let's skate on to kind of our experience with this year's Cannabis Cup. What I want to kind of start off with is in general, like based on how kind of our experiences went, we just to give you guys a little bit of insight that didn't catch our lives or doesn't know exactly like what we did with this. So we bought these backpacks, and I had 17, like I said, and Chuck had 21. These all came in a backpack, actually pretty nice backpack. And what you were to do is you were supposed to smoke them, notate them, go online to the judges portal, go through each strain. They had like a 1 through 10 rating system of like how it looked. The Cannabis Cup is what we do as a podcast, but obviously like Cannabis Cup and award
they're
reasons.
Bringing it into like a competition.
Yeah, it's a competitive thing, but they basically had their tell systems. They asked us how it looked, how it tasted, how it smoked, like how the smoothness was. Yeah. There wasn't a last, but that definitely went with the effect, like how was the effect. And so we basically had to do that by like June or July 10th or June 10th.
Yeah, it was July 10th.
Yeah, July 10th.
We got the backpacks in May.
Yeah, we got the backpacks in May.
And it was in July.
Early May. And
10th.
Then, July 10th. Yeah, it was like almost 2 months of time, basically.
Which, man, if you check out my Instagram, it looks intense. You just see some videos just stacked. Cause
that's all you were doing.
Yeah, so that's what. Yeah, that's what we ended up kind of doing. Is we ended up doing like one strain every couple of days or every day sometimes. Where we would jump on Instagram Live, we would do a quick 42 strains review of it. Do our same taste, effect, last, smoothness, all that good stuff. We would tag the companies in it. We got some great interactions from places like Grizzly Peak Official, High Supply, even like some of our stuff. Oh,
Hail sneezer.
Excuse me.
Hail sneezer.
Yeah, so it was honestly really. Woo.
Wow.
Oh, pardon me. I had some nice beans.
Woo. Yeah, really nice, wonderful experience. I really think that it's something I would do again. We're looking forward to possibly doing the one that's supposed to be coming out next month for essentially, I think it's the Northern California.
Yeah, right now they're doing Indianapolis.
Oh, cool. Okay, cool.
And then I think it's afterwards it should be back out here.
Yeah.
It's interesting because their supply is down.
Oh yeah, High Supply. The store here is like it's like really low.
Hightimes is just.
Yeah, they're like they're just like out of hella flower, out of hella concentrate.
They're supposed to have the Northern California Cannabis Cup, I believe, in August.
Yeah, so we're hoping to jump on that if we can. But yeah, so we got on lives. Rue jumped on with a lot of mine.
Yeah,
she helped me with a bunch of mine. So we want to go over kind of how you experienced it without being like a judge necessarily. Some of the cool things that we got to do was like the fact that we were able to go over so many strains in such a small portion of time. I mean, we went over to like basically like him and I both went through enough strains that would cover almost all of last season of 42 strains reviews. Like that's how many strains we had at one time. They were just grams, so not a whole lot, like in each one. There was usually enough for 2 bowls.
Sometimes 3 if you
Sometimes 3 if they were like nice and dense.
Really, yeah, depended on the flower.
But overall, it was pretty cool just to have that opportunity to judge so many of them back to back.
Yeah.
That where like you could really actually say, hey, I think this can be like really held up against other strains that are supposed to be top quality. It allows you to make.
You had a very recent close comparison.
Yeah.
Like,
on a day-to-day basis if you wanted to, because they give you a good amount of time for the judges portal to be open for you to like sit there and vote. And I mean, I know they're not playing any games because if they're disqualifying people from entering in or buying the backpacks if they didn't go into the judges portal and do it.
Yeah, which I think makes sense. Like, we're going to talk a little bit into. Ooh, almost had a Duke.
Almost.
For spam who didn't know, I've been waiting for that to kind of like happen and be noticed. But we kind of have like a bit of like a house rule about our circle. So we'll be smoking in a circle, and right now there's 3 of us, so it's very easy for the middle person to maybe accidentally hit it, like
we're in a bit of a
outside
line
of the rotation.
And
so what we do is that person has to wear we have a house sombrero. that they have to wear, and they then become and ordained as the Duke of Seasucks because they seesawed the hit. And we were super stoned one night, and we went on this huge tangent about like, oh, you seesawed it, and then it's like, oh, like Seasucks, so you're the Duke of Seasucks.
The Seasucks.
Yeah, the Seasucks, and so it was just super,
and then the
super
sombrero
funny.
got brought in later.
Yeah, a little bit later, Surfer Dan brought in the hat to wear, which would be a sombrero.
You have to have some kind of crown.
Yeah, the Duke
we
needs
settled
his
on a
crown,
sombrero.
and so yeah.
Settled on a sombrero.
Yeah,
It's a very fitting crown for this.
It really is. It's loud, it's proud, and it's also a little embarrassing in a smoke circle because you're just like, sorry.
Yeah, you kind of bump people with it.
Yeah, and they're real too. Like it's not like
how close your circle is. You're kind of.
This is not like a fake like straw sombrero either. This is like a real handmade sombrero that Surfer Dan had. He had 2 of them. There's one in the lounge and one here for both occasions.
Both lounges. Gotta be prepared.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty sure it's one of those is like a mariachi sombrero.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, like they literally would be worn by like a band member.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite
cool.
decorative sombreros.
I love all the detail.
Yeah, they're super pretty. I'll have to post a picture of it on Twitter and stuff. Catch us on there.
Catch us on there, he said.
Yeah, catch us on there. You'll hear the social handles at the end. We love rolling it at the end of the song. It's freaking beautiful.
Said, "Catch me outside."
How about?
Yeah, what I want to go over later too a little bit is like kind of what we thought of like the judging process and how they had the judging, because I thought it was really funny how similar it was to 42 Strains, just on a scale of 10 instead of doing the 1 through 3. Like,
yeah,
I want to kind of know your take on like what your mindset was at then. First, what I want to go into as well is I kind of want to go over some of the strains we did.
Okay.
Not just memorable ones, but we have our notebooks here. Chuck and I have our notebooks here. Rue, I'm sure you remember a bunch of them. Like,
A few.
I took notes, Rue.
Nice. I'm proud of you.
oh, we're so proud of you, Chuck.
Thank you. Thank you.
Why am I the one that people like?
Because you're very organized.
Yeah.
Because you went to college.
You're super
'Cause I went
organized.
to
Yeah, you went to college.
If I can get any type
You
of,
fucking nerd.
if I can get any
Fucking
type
nerd
of,
over here.
There's maybe
nod
one more in
from
that room.
Rue, I'm just like, yeah. Well, I mean, she's
Maybe one
college
more in that
educated.
room.
So, fuck
I mean,
you.
okay, let's be real here. I got my degree in theater.
She's smarter at acting than you are.
Acting than you are. I can act like an actor has never acted before. No, there's many people that are better at acting than me. Let's be real here.
Wow.
She can adjust your lights like a son of a bitch.
That I can do.
She'll
If you
find
want color
she'll-
mixes in there, I suggest some pinks, just in general. Just as a general note, add some pinks.
I know there's theater majors out there that are just like,
Yes. It's a facelift for the eyes. Just trust me.
I love it.
I love it too. I love that.
Bonus points for whoever can catch what show I just pulled that line from.
Ooh.
Oh,
That
okay,
is a
you're gonna wanna
deep,
write
deep
in
cut.
42 strands at toke.com.
It's a real email.
It's a real email. And we'll actually let Rue reply to that email.
Personally.
I will be checking
Personally.
the answers.
So a few of the strains that I want to go over, just that we kind of went through during the judging portion and everything. It was Rue's idea, but we started with Quest.
It was a good one.
Because, it was starting our quest of reviewing the sativas. So that was wonderful. That was by Source. That was really
a
good.
very good start to our journey.
We had a couple of strains that actually, like, I technically own 2 NFTs because they sold, like, they had these, like, grams in NFT packages. So that's kind of funny, too.
That's an NFT.
Yeah.
I still
Oh,
don't fully
oops.
understand those, but
Oh, no.
I thought it was just an
Cool.
image.
One of the more memorable ones in
God,
brands
am I getting
was...
old? Is that I don't understand these things. Is that what this is?
Did I just get rid of a Charizard?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I also don't know, so...
Oh, man. Damn, well, you're no help.
No, that's fine. I like that a lot. Thank you. Thank you much. I can take that answer.
It's, who's to say? Like,
Who's to say?
If
If someone wants to write in and explain NFTs to us,
don't
we
offer
would-
that. Don't fucking write in about NFTs. I don't care about what you have to say about NFTs.
I, however, do just to piss him off.
I will delete the email immediately. I will not even acknowledge its existence.
Thank you very much
Wait,
for
I had
writing
grades
about
on the last
NFTs at
one.
42 strains
Someone
at
else has grades
toast.com.
on this one.
It's a real email that will have emails about NFTs deleted from it. One of the other memorable strains that didn't sell us an NFT was Paradise by Team Elite Genetics. That one was a 33.57% THC.
Ooh, fresh one.
Had a bunch of just
Old number
really
2.
great qualities. That one was one of our favorites for sure. Jellonade, Buddha's Hand, which was by Grizzly Peak. They were really cool. We had a strain called Southern Belle.
Oh, Southern Belle. And
Yeah.
the watermelon one that was
Tropical
pretty
Slushy. Yeah, high 90s watermelon sherbet was really good. We had Super Smack, Underground Durban, Harborside Trop Santo, the brand Key. We had their Banjo. Just a bunch of different strains. And let me tell you, one thing that I think you guys are going to really get a kick out of that we're going to talk about a lot is we had stuff about it that we loved. I think there was stuff about it that we absolutely loved, a lot of the strains that we loved, a lot of things about the strains that we loved, but there was an underlying factor in this contest that we will go over like in just a little bit. First, I kind of want to hear some strains from Chuck of some of the indicas that you went through, actually.
There were some indicas, and I went over some of them. And when I did so, sometimes I got high.
Like one name, 2 names of strains.
What do you remember some of the ones that like you couldn't?
There was
finish
one that
the
was like
review
ice cream
'cause you, like,
cake.
No, there
you were
was just
so
overall
high.
no. So I'm just joking around. Like no, there was tons of really, really great experiences that I had on there. There was this one that was called The Judge.
I really was wondering how long you were gonna go before saying a name. It was still like 2 more sentences. I was like, dude, are you really gonna go like the distance on this right now?
He
It's like
can
we're gonna
go.
be at
That was
60
nice.
minutes recording,
That
and
one
Chuck
was fun.
still hasn't said the name of an indica.
That one was The Judge, and by the judge,
That just is intimidating. The judge.
And I bet,
Like, can I not?
and by the judge, I meant me.
Oh,
You can
No,
consider
no,
me your judge.
no, I'm kidding. So there was a strain called The Judge that was by Claiborne. That was the name.
Claiborne, dude. That brand and strain name is intimidating to me.
And that one actually got 3s. from
Got some
me.
3s?
That was a banger across the board
Solid.
there. There was some really funny ones. There was like this one called Malverde's Revenge.
That just again aggressive.
Apparently,
Malverde's
indicas are
Revenge,
out for
right?
revenge.
And it had
Yeah.
a lime smell.
They're Viking.
Okay.
I thought that was pretty cool, but it was not an impressive taste at all. The effect came on like super duper late. It was a decent 2 as far as the effect went, but the smoothness also sucked hand in hand with the taste. It just had me hacking. You know, I thought it was going to be
That's just
more
never fun.
impressed. Its parent genetics were actually Gelato 33. And
We
Wedding
had
Cake.
Gelato 33 as one of our sativa
one of
strains
the
from high
as-
90s.
As Gelato 33, Malverde's, and Wedding Cake, all 3 of those together, you'd think it would be a lot better than it was. So
Oh,
that was just one of
Okay.
those situations where I was kind of like,
disappointment.
you know, yeah, a little bit of disappointment there on some of them, but there was a couple times you actually joined me
Oh yeah.
for some strains too, and I think we had this ongoing, continuous thing that happened with us towards the end there, where we had these ones that had the most amazing smells.
Honestly, even went back to the beginning and discovered some of the ones in the beginning were like that too. They were just a
Yeah.
little bit farther spread out, so I didn't notice it until later. It really was throughout the entire experience.
Okay.
Based on my
Because-
gradings, legit.
Because there was just these situations where I wrote down like, great smell, amazing smell, no flavor.
Yeah, it was pretty
Great
crazy, you guys. I got to be
smoothness.
honest.
Great
Taste.
smoothness,
It's like
It
we
was-
did, but
but
we
did
didn't.
not taste like anything.
I honestly haven't experienced it like that. Like, I guess I don't buy top shelf that much.
I'm
I
wondering
buy
if that's
good
just
weed.
because we had so much of it back to back and so much in close quarters that we just got some of those off chance strains.
And you know, and
Not
that's
even
what I
thinking
wonder
about it.
too. And like, I throw the offer out there to any. Like, I tagged all of the growers of each strain in all of my Instagram posts. I'd love to go over them again. I'd love for them to email us. I'd love to have any of the representatives on. You know, like I would love to find out why that was the case. I don't know.
Trade-off.
Yeah, I don't know if it's something that's on purpose. I don't know if it's something that is like a
We did
compromise.
find out that we saw that a lot of those times that happened came in ones that had extremely high THC counts.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so we kind of were theorizing sort of as we noticed this little bit of a pattern that, you know, every time we were like, oh, this has like 30 plus THC percent. This has a really amazing smell. And then we take this fresh rip of the bowl. We're using hemp rope. We have fresh water in the bong. I mean, it has all the opportunity in the world to just taste amazing. And legit, it's like we were smoking nothing. It was just smoking smoke.
Yeah.
And it was
eventually you
So
only
boring.
taste the ash that was forming on the top of the bowl or the hemp rope.
exactly.
Hemp
And
rope, yeah.
and I don't, and I don't know about everyone at home. I'm sure some people maybe don't want a super intense flavored weed or whatever. But me personally, and I think a lot of smokers get very, positive.
Flavor.
Like, yeah, like we want flavor.
Yeah.
Like that's the reason there's flavored cigarettes.
The old people that like their joint wraps that have like that light cherry flavor. There's somebody
Yeah.
who rolls with like peach swishers and they're like, I like the taste of my wrap.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There
Yeah.
are
but
some of those, definitely.
Because maybe some people don't like.
There's
that
no
taste,
reason the
but-
bud itself doesn't have to be flavorful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You shouldn't assume everyone's smoking through a flavored wrap either, right?
I mean,
Like-
maybe that's why out of like the
Yeah.
21 strains I smoked, there's 3 that are
That needs a
catered
Footies.
to those people. So when somebody goes to the club and they're like, "Hey, have you tried Malverde's Revenge?" it does
Yeah.
not have.
And like truly, I went back through all my gradings, and not a single one of my sativa strains got a 3 on taste from me, or
Wow.
Rue. Any of the one like Rue never argued for a 3 on any of the tastes.
Oh.
I went back through all of mine, and none of them were a 3 on taste, even in the judging. So, we went through the judging portal. So after we did all these lives, it was super fun. If you guys are listening and you joined us on those lives on Instagram, I really, really appreciate it. That was super fun. Loved some of the chats we had in there. Chuck and I, when we were going back through the judging, we watched our videos so we can kind of make sure we were, corresponding the right reviews to the right notes and all that stuff. But it was pretty funny, him and I going through ours and even finding some stuff we did together on lives that was like pretty funny. Like, oh, that was like perfect like podcast moment, but on a live on Instagram. So I might eventually do some type of super cut of like some really funny little bits from all of our lives.
We
And
say funny stuff when we're together. We can't help it.
yeah, they were pretty great. So that was another fun part of the experience too. Going back on the lives that we did, that was fun. So during the judging, while we're in the judges portal, they had the little we had to add like an actual type description of our answer to whatever it was asking us about, whether it's taste, how it smokes, the effect, all that stuff. There was several where I would legitimately put like had 0 flavor, had absolutely no flavor, was flavorless. I would write about the good stuff it had, because there was other times too where it'd be like no flavor, but wow, this is some of the smoothest bud I've ever smoked.
Yeah. It
Or
was
that
great
smell.
effect.
Just makes you
Yeah,
feel
or the
weird.
effect was a 3, and it's
Yeah.
like rocking my brain, and it's
Amazing
like
flip.
Thank you.
she is becoming a flip master for sure.
A master flipper.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that I would say that was the most disappointing part. I don't know why. Like I said, maybe it's a compromise of like, for us to do what we need to do to the plant to get this THC or this look or this smell, it takes away from the flavor profile.
It
Like
does.
something of that sort. And if that is the case, then I guess I need to just know that and know what to expect from different companies. Maybe find out that I don't want to smoke, bud that's above a certain THC level, because I lose flavor. Like I've had 10% gelato from How We Roll that has knocked me off my socks. Like THC is not the only thing
That's
gets
true.
you high. There's
There's a lot of
literally
cannabinoids.
1,000
We don't
cannabinoids.
know 'em all yet.
Yeah, we don't even know them.
We do not know.
We're trying. We're working on it. There's just a lot of friends to make, okay?
Yeah, and it's also not been super allowed to research as of,
They'll all meet in the pot.
And so I do hope we get maybe something back from some of those places on, like why that may be.
That'd be
Maybe
cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually see when the results are posted. Because I
yeah,
really can't
super
wait to look-
excited to
really
see
look
how
forward
that
to
goes.
see that.
Yeah, just to see if we have some similarities between us and some other judges and whatnot. So Chuck, for you, what were some of your favorite strains?
Oh goodness. So
Like ones that really like kind of just took you back, whether they had like necessarily high ratings or not. There was some that I had like straight 2s on that I was like, yeah, but that was just really nice.
yeah, there's definitely some really fun ones in here that whether they had high ratings or not, a lot of the ones that were just kind of like, okay, I need to try this. And I used to do that when I'd go to like cannabis expos back in the day when it was still not a cannabis club everywhere.
Yeah.
And so when I found out that one of the strains was Mike Tyson's,
Oh,
I
nice.
got really excited, so I got to smoke Tiger Mints.
Tiger mints. Yeah, that sounds
definitely one
that
of the
sounds like a
things
Mike
that-
Tyson
that
weed.
It does, right?
Yeah.
And so, Mike Tyson's kind of been attaching like little credos from himself onto his buds and like letting people know his perspective on it. And he said that cannabis has always played a very important part in his life, and it's changed him mentally and physically for the better. And he's simply looking to share this experience with the world, especially those seeking relief, because it's brought in something to him being a troubled boxer.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, if somebody like him can say that's really, helping,
It's a good
so initially that one got a 1 for taste, right?
Mm-hmm.
The effect was a 2. I was only giving 2s to the last. I wasn't giving
yeah.
more. The smoothness was a 2. But, honestly, I came back and I wrote some extra notes on there that said that, although at first the flavor wasn't that appealing, it did leave with like this earthy coffee, almost dessert taste after a while.
Okay.
And then I also put in some other notes that said the high increased drastically after the 3rd bowl. And
You got 3 out of that one?
Yeah, and I said I'm going to need to
That's
change
nice.
that effect to a solid 3.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So I definitely didn't give 3 to those things that weren't getting my back feeling good, that weren't giving me my extreme tells of like
Yeah,
how I was.
So that's another thing too. So you were going through indicas. That was one kind of difference. Obviously, one was indicas, one was sativas. What was your, I guess, overall experience in regards to your effects that you were seeing consistently and inconsistently through the strains?
I definitely got a couple of them in there that threw me off. That were definitely not indicas. Like I don't know.
You're just like,
they
how
slid
is this
through the
labeled an
cracks.
indica type thing?
Yeah, and actually there was a couple times where a lot of them were saying that they were in like sativa leaning hybrids, but that strain ended up in the cannabis cup.
Interesting.
So I was
Interesting.
I'm not sure who has.
As far as I saw, we didn't run into that.
Yeah, I was not sure. I think there was one particular one. I'm definitely willing to go back through my notes and search that one out.
Yeah.
But I was just like, this one's a hybrid, specifically not directing towards indica, so I don't know why it's saying.
Yeah,
it's
that's
here for
very
that.
that's very interesting. Yeah, because I feel like there was maybe a couple sativas where I was like, wow, this oddly made me feel sleepy.
Yeah,
That was kind of weird.
I
Or
remember
like,
when I had to go lay down.
yeah, like I was like not expecting that either. So it was kind of like funny in that sense. I would say that. So what about like some consistent things you saw through your indica experience?
That a lot. So it was really cool is to see that even though you can end up in the Hightimes Cannabis Cup, you will find that a big thing that's not still being considered a factor, and if you're getting placed in there, is the CBD count. Because there's some of them that I was finding in there that are decent amount of CBD considering, and then there's some that are straight up just like 0.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering at what point are we going to have these cannabinoids unlocked enough as to where if you can at least express your knowledge of the CBD content or
It's maybe got one more.
send cannabis in that has CBD content,
Yeah.
then maybe you shouldn't be entering a cannabis cup. Because I really think that when it comes down to something, if you're trying to, speak on cannabis to that degree, you need that CBD right now as part of the medicinal factor. And what makes it get up to a cannabis cup level if it's not going to have that in there? That's just my personal
Yeah,
opinion.
I mean, honestly, I felt that same way kind of about the flavor situation. It's just like, I get maybe if some strains or things that those growers grow are like not built for flavor.
Mm-hmm.
You're in a cannabis cup. You're in a partial statewide competition for an all-around good weed, and that it should have flavor. It should have some flavor, even if it's a 1 because it just was so mellow of a flavor. Because they were going for more of that like mellow, calm flavor. I should not be tasting ash on like the 3rd hit of a bowl because like the flower is not providing any type of flavor. Like I just think that's just, I don't know. I find that kind of ridiculous. Like it made a lot of the smoking of the strains like less enjoyable. it was very hard to focus on how nice some of the other stuff was.
Would you
when
say
I'm
it
just
hurt your feelings?
Yeah, totally, 100%. I mean,
little
through my
heavy
judging, I
eyes.
essentially wrote a strongly worded email. Through all my judging.
You spoke to the manager.
A little
Like,
bit, dude.
okay,
On a couple of
how
them,
you-
that sour diesel strain that we had was absolutely horrendous because it also had zero effect. It was that was one that had no
Oh
taste.
yeah,
and
yeah.
no
When it
effect.
comes to that, like seriously, don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Why
Yeah,
is
that
this
one
here?
was that one was really
Why
bad.
is this here?
Rue, what about
Yes.
what about some of your favorite strains that you went over? If you wanted the notebook, I have that right here too. If you wanted to go through, just to try and remember.
Remember
I know we
Quest
definitely
was
both
definitely
liked
a
the.
fun one.
I know we both definitely liked the genetics one, the
Oh gosh.
the Paradise, because it's spelled Pear like the fruit.
Oh,
It had really good
yeah.
flavor. It had great effect.
Character.
I think it had almost all threes except like a 2 in one of them. I think in like smoothness or something.
Quest. Here's where it started. Okay.
Yeah, Quest. The beginning of our quest.
was really good.
Yeah, Quest was good. Quest was a good one to start with. It was like, okay, like it just kind of let us know like, hey, this
There's
is where we're
the
going. Yeah, the
Paradise.
Paradise was good. It got good. What were the ratings on the Paradise?
That was a 2, a 3, a 3, and a 2.
Oh, so it got 2 threes.
Yeah.
Okay, I thought it got 3 threes.
It's up there.
It is up there. It was definitely one of the best ones
It was
for
good.
sure.
Buddha's Hand I really liked.
Yeah, Buddha's Hand was nice.
Both
And Grizzly Peak was really cool. Go check out Grizzly Peaks.
both the
on
Green
Instagram.
Dragon brand ones.
Yeah, both
were
the Green
good.
Dragon brands
I
and
really
High
liked their
90s
stuff.
didn't disappoint with the Gelato 33 or the watermelon either. Did you like
Yeah.
the
The-
gelato, right? I think we gave it all 2s.
Yeah. Watermelon got a 3 for smoothness. That's the only one it came up on. It was like a leg up on. Gelato was my favorite, I think, between that and the watermelon. I think I enjoyed the high a bit more from Gelato 33.
Yeah, the gelato from High 90s definitely was exactly what you want a gelato to be.
Yeah.
Like most gelato strains, it's just been grown so much and used so much. I think it's hard to find a gelato that's going to have a bunch of 3s just because
Yeah,
you've
those
just
were
had
my
it so much. I
favorites.
mean, like even now when I get Blue Dream again, even though generally I rate Blue Dream all 3s, that's one of our all stars.
Yeah.
Not every Blue Dream I get is all 3s. That's just
No.
not that's just not the case.
Some
you
just
know.
hit different.
Yeah, exactly.
And then there's those times you can find the super blue dream.
It's been so long. I was like, if you
We-
guys
we
know where
found
some
it,
Super
what,
Blue
like
Dream
once?
is, just tell me.
Or
Please
pink
email us.
champagne.
Or what?
Or pink champagne.
Yeah, Pink Champagne's another good
I
one.
love pink champagne.
Chuck, did you have some more strains that you really enjoyed?
Man, that last bowl got me really high.
Yeah, we're about 2 bowls in, Spam.
We are.
We're about 2 bowls in of green crack.
So there was one that actually is definitely a video that I'd like people to go and check out on my Instagram because it definitely involved some of our spam in the comments as well as some deep digging in the
Oh, I know
minds
which
of
one you're
Surfer
talking
Dan.
about, yeah.
But it was a styrofoam cup,
Yeah.
which is such an interesting name for a strain.
Yeah.
But we really broke down.
I feel like it's on that equivalent of like cat piss and things like
Yeah.
that, where you're like, why?
Well, because so
How
here's
did
the
you
thing:
get
when I
there?
cracked it open, it smelled like I just walked out of Payless with a brand new pair of Chucks.
Yeah, that's weird. That's weird.
Right, but
That's an odd smell.
but it gave me a
I don't
nostalgia
know about
boner.
this.
A nostalgia boner.
Yeah, like straight up, like I got that smell, and it was just like from 6 to midnight.
Yeah, you were like in Payless,
yeah, like
along with your hard dick.
yeah, like I was just, like instead of tying the laces and throwing it over a power line, it was over my hard member.
I mean, who doesn't get at least that, like half that excited with a new pair of shoes?
Right.
I mean,
Now, so
yeah.
and Chuck's nonetheless, because then I was looking like a sauce boss. Now, never mind. Back to the strain. The strain itself it smelled really good. It had this really great look. But then, as I'm sitting there discussing it with Surfer Dan and some spam, I love the way that sounds. We start realizing,
I think Surfer Dan's gonna like it. Sounds like you're about to eat him. I think that's what Surfer Dan's gonna enjoy.
probably, probably,
And with the spam, he's gonna be like,
probably diabetic spam,
Oh man, spam's safe for diabetics.
It's safe.
dinosaur spam.
Oh,
Dinosaur spam.
But styrofoam cup is actually more or less leaning to the sensation that you're gonna get when you're on it, and that styrofoam cup is a reference to pouring lean.
Oh, the Slizzurp.
Your cup, the Slizzurp.
Slizzurp.
In your cup.
Did you feel like you had some Slizzurp?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And so that's the thing, is they were really strong-ass indica.
Oh, shit,
It didn't
dude.
have the best flavor in the world, but it hit like a bitch.
It knocked you over.
And so, yeah, it was just kind of, didn't get a 3 for effect because I'm not trying to die on my weed, but it gave me a 2 because it felt really cool until I was just like, all right, now I need to get up. My back doesn't hurt, but I'd like to move.
Oh.
So,
My mouth is dry.
so you thought that
It
the
locked
effect
you
was
down.
like very strong, but it wasn't enjoyable enough to be a 3, is what
Correct.
you're saying. Because
Correct.
you didn't like the couch lock
This
or
one was a severe couch lock with no warning until you piece together the name yourself.
Jesus Christ.
And so the taste was okay. The taste was a 2.
This
the
strain
effect-
needs a warning.
The effect started out as a 2, and then it was going to a 3.
Will
and then it went
destroy
back to
you.
2. Like I have conflictions on here. It actually looks like it went 3, 2, 3, and then 2, but then it scribbled out, and I put in the effects 3. So I think I gave this.
We're
a-
not sure what.
I'll
the
have to come
score
back to you
is.
on this.
I obviously fucked you up, dude. It
Yeah.
obviously fucking
The
wrecked your
smoothness
day.
was a 3, but the taste was a 2.
Wow.
So I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah, that is very interesting. Man, that's awesome.
Awesome, good
The
flavor.
strain came
Smelled
enough.
like new chips.
Yeah.
That's
I bet Surfer Dan was jealous he couldn't smoke on that while you were doing that, huh?
No.
Really?
He
was afraid of
yeah,
it?
Yeah, sorry, like he wanted it.
Yeah, he wanted it,
He
huh?
wanted it bad.
Yeah, I could just imagine. really.
But it was that was one of the first times I actually interacted with somebody like on a live while we were.
Oh, like yeah, and you were like
Yeah.
going back and forth with someone. Oh yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we got a couple of those too. Yeah, we got some good little questions and answers. We had some like both you and I both had some regulars on our lives. Mustache was on there all the time.
all the time.
Yeah, he was
That
catching
was
all the
he
time.
was an Advent fan.
Yeah, and then also our ashtray resin girl, you know.
Yeah, I believe she was
caught
the
a
one
lot.
who was in there with us for Styrofoam Cup.
I think she was.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
We started
She
putting
was in there a
together.
lot.
She
Yeah.
was an
Yeah, she was in a
investigator.
bunch of them. That was super awesome.
The spam is strong.
Yeah, the spam was strong on the lives. We hope to do some more, especially if we get the August pack. If not, we'll figure out some other thing to do. You know, we're thinking about doing some snack reviews.
Sneaky
Might do those on like Instagram Live. That would be cool for Instagram Live. Definitely looking to do some more video stuff for you guys. I kind of want to go to sort of the judgment portal portion. So Rue didn't get to be a part of this technically
did
because she
not.
doesn't have like a portal code or whatnot. But I mean, she was. You guys have to understand, she did like almost every single review.
did
She was
everything
just
else.
as much as part of like the review
Rue,
process.
you were not qualified to be doing this.
It's because I went to college, isn't it?
Yeah, you
This
were actually
is-
overqualified.
This is the
Qualified.
curse
Yeah,
I
you
get.
came to the interview and they were like, "You are too
Like,
qualified
no,
to
we're
work
not
here."
doing it.
That's
Damn it.
just
Oh,
not
it's a
allowed.
degree in theater. She's gonna act like she likes. It. She can't have time.
Yeah, we can't
can't
have
trust her.
Yeah, like convolute.
She's a trained liar.
Yeah.
Watch out.
We don't have time for
trained
shit.
liar.
She's gonna look at our weed and put it in bad lighting. and be like,
Oh
Bad
my
lighting.
god.
looks
yeah.
bad. Fuck this weed.
That is definitely where I dropped the ball quite a bit. I didn't take a picture of a lot of them, and Instagram Live just sucks at the focus.
Does not do so well.
Hey,
Instagram,
nah,
do
there's
something
some
about
of
your
those-
focus
all
on
right, in all
live.
honesty, though, some of those strains, we're fucking lucky I didn't take pictures of them. Because some of them I was fucking embarrassed of what they were deciding to send over for a gram for Cannabis Cup.
Really?
I got some of
Most
those
of
sent me
ours
over
were
some
pretty
baby
good looking.
nugs and some crumbles. One time I
Ooh,
got
some
one
crumbles,
gram.
bro.
One time I got a gram that was literally in 5 pieces. And
One of
none
our
them-
gram was in about 6 or 7
and
little
none of them
nugs.
looked like they were part of the same part of the nug.
Oh, like they.
It looked like they went through and tried to pick out.
I
the
will
best
say our
parts and
little
it didn't-
popcorn
it did
nugs
not
looked
work
kind of
right.
consistent, but
No, I had some shit ones in there, and they were kind of by the same company. And I'm not gonna throw them
Ooh.
under the bus.
I mean,
right
we
now.
could though.
We could though.
Yeah, we could though.
Could though.
We could
That's
though.
fair.
I think it's actually kind of in our journalistic right
Oh,
as a podcast. Like, yeah, grab that thing. Yeah, what brand? Oh, the 100 grand.
it's the ones that they do like high 90s, 100 grand, 100
High
OG
90s did that to you?
Yeah,
So our high 90s did not look like that.
they were the
though.
ones that were sending us the
Yeah.
little round baby
They were-
jars.
Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, our gelato 33
I got,
and our
like, 3 of
watermelon
them that were, like,
sherbet were
that
not
were at
like
least
that.
Like crack
What's up with that
crumbles.
high 90s? Why are you slacking on their indicas specifically? That's weird.
I don't know.
Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't necessarily not like popcorn nugs, but in a little gram, and if it's
popcorn.
You what?
I like popcorn.
I thought she said she has popcorn. I was like, where?
We do inside.
Yeah, we do. I was like, yeah, but I thought you meant you had some. I was like,
We'll make
excuse
some
me,
and come
when?
back.
No, it's fine. No. My goodness. I just like got so
escalated quickly.
confused. Yeah, I know. Got so confused. I was like, wow, magic popcorn.
Unfortunately, I can't have the smell of the air popper come all the way to everybody's home while you're listening.
We would try though. We would try to give you that. Yeah, so that's very interesting. High 90s, hit us up, man. What's up with that?
What's up?
You know, like why the different looking, cannabis in the jars that you're sending to a competition.
Yeah.
That's very strange. How was the grading on those? Do you remember?
I remember some of them were actually pretty decent considering,
but it's just like literally like
clowning them in the videos.
Yeah, you're just saying they're lucky you didn't decide to like document their look, pretty much.
Well, even though that was one of the things that was on there, I remember that like when I went through my.
So she was like a 6, but she was like bomb as fuck in bed. Is that what you're saying?
She a 10.
Yeah, thank you.
What's wrong with that? The fuck?
Oh my gosh.
She's bombing fucking bed. She must be single.
So yeah, even though Rue didn't get to do the actual 1 through 10 comment judgment because she was overqualified.
She was overqualified. Sorry.
Yeah, overqualified for it because she's a college graduate. It was still a huge help to have her. I still had to like go out and like reference it with her just to make sure. I was even watching my videos. I was like, yeah, so like we definitely felt this way even after and on like the second bowl, because in the Instagram videos, usually we'd only smoke the 1 out of the 2 bowls on the live, and then right after we'd smoke the second bowl. And then I'd let that hit for a while because I was doing last. Chuck was not going to deal with last. He was like, fuck that nonsense. My crazy brain was like, let's do that nonsense.
I told you in every single video, you want to hear me say something 21 times? You can make a cut of that.
Yeah, I could. I literally could have.
Like, I won't fuck with last.
Yeah, I could literally have a compilation.
I don't fuck with last. I'm not here long enough, so I won't fuck with
It'd probably be like a 3-minute little cut.
I don't fuck with that.
We can turn it into a song.
Someone on the internet would turn it into a song.
Can't fuck with that.
Ain't fucking with that. Ain't fuck with the last. Yeah. Oh, see, it's already happened. We just made another 42 Strains song.
Way to go, guys.
Like, we don't have wacky news today, but I almost like want to play the wacky news just to be like, yeah, our music. Like, it just gets me juiced,
Because more shenanigans.
Yeah, so that's how Rue and I did do last. We were like, we just would have the second bowl after lives, and then like let that hit, and then by the next day I would have that written in my notebook, updated on the next live for the next strain, so on and so forth.
That was too much for me on the Indicas, dude. I was just getting too high by the end of some.
Yeah, it did help that I was on the sativas.
Flipping birds to that last.
I will say consistently, and Rue, please tell me if this is accurate too. But
I'll tell you.
I definitely feel like we experienced a lot of the times like that common sativa, like behind the eyes, like through the forehead, like sometimes it would go up like through the chest high.
Yeah, there were a few that
definitely had some gigglies.
A lot of head high.
Like,
a few got us chatty.
Yeah,
Not
some
all-
good
not all
ones
of
that
them,
were
like,
like good
definitely
chatty
had
ones.
a
Like, ooh, that got me like real chatty about stuff. I feel like I think I did 2 with you. I feel like the one that we did that was a little bit more enjoyable, that one got us pretty chatty too, Chuck.
Yeah.
The more enjoyable.
I mean, I very easily.
The other one we
that
did that we
actually got
saved
us
for
high.
last.
I can really end up being a really fucking chatty Cathy sometimes when the weekend's right.
The one we saved, both Chuck and I saved like our highest THC strain for the last
This is
one
why you
to
don't
do.
hype up the percentages.
This is why you don't hype up THC percentages, ladies and gentlemen.
We've learned.
Yeah, we saved
Dean's
our last
disciplining
strains.
us. I like it.
What's that?
Yeah, the dean's disciplining us.
Oh my
I'm the
god.
I'm the dean now? Oh,
yeah,
Jesus.
Yeah, spank me with
We're gonna have
diploma.
a dean,
So
a
that means I
duke,
have a dean's list.
Yeah,
a dean, a duke,
Are you on my dean's
and
list?
I don't care. Just spank me with your diploma.
It's
Yeah, hit me with
technically
your
a good
degree.
thing
Hit
to
me
be
with
on
your
the
degree.
dean's list.
Hit me with your degree.
YouTube is definitely gonna label us as 18 plus.
Probably.
We're
Sorry.
definitely getting this YouTube can go fuck itself. I've had, how many copyright infringements I've had to fight and also win on fucking 30 seconds of a
winners.
fucking Beatles song. Fuck you, whoever owns the Beatles right now. Who cares, dude? I played 30 seconds of a 60-year-old fucking song that people can go listen to anywhere they fucking want to for no cost to them at all.
Nope.
Get out of here, dude.
You know, it's not our fault we picked good music.
And we also
No.
acknowledged the music. Again,
We
I
followed the
won
rules.
every single one. We do not have a single episode that is taken down because of that.
Followed the rules. We're responsible.
But yeah, I don't give a fuck about YouTube. Whatever, dude.
So that's why you can also catch us on Spotify, on Amazon Music,
iHeartRadio,
iHeartRadio.
Google Podcasts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Pandora, I don't know what the fuck you are doing over there, but you need to accept our podcast into you.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, I did check the stats. We have listeners across all platforms. We have listeners on Google Podcasts. I've seen them on Amazon Music. I've seen them on
That's juicy.
Spotify, YouTube.
Thank you guys.
Yeah. Why are you doing that with only iHeartRadio?
What do you mean?
The iHeartRadio. Is it not going to work
I
for
don't understand.
Spotify?
No, I don't know. We're on Spotify.
Amazon Music.
We're on
No,
Podbean.
that one doesn't work at
That
all.
one's kind of.
We're on Amazon Music.
Eventually, I'll get us on Apple Music, okay, guys? Eventually. No, we're on iHeartRadio. Or sorry, we're on iHeartRadio.
I don't. Why are you doing that? Yeah, I don't get it. Why are you...
So yeah, check us out anywhere. You guys check us out anywhere. Share it with your friends, your family.
You spam.
Your spam is our spam, is your spam, is everyone's spam.
I do enjoy our low sodium spam, and if your cousin
Surfer Dan
happens to be a
does it.
teriyaki spam, that's okay. No, he was okay with low sodium. He didn't really
Oh, was it the
particularly enjoy.
turkey?
He didn't like turkey spam.
Oh my
And he didn't like the
gosh.
fact that there's all these other flavor spams out there. They're like, come on now, if you want to add a little less salt, that's okay. But you know, we're OG spam through and through.
Now it's just getting over the top with all these options of
Come
spam.
on now, cook
Spam
it
is
yourself.
spam is
Spam's
spam.
easy already.
Spam,
if you need to make it
spam,
teriyaki, make it
spam.
Spam
teriyaki.
is pretty much
Spam.
as easy as it gets, literally.
Just saying, a little rice and bachan sauce.
Oh.
So Chuck, question for you. How did you feel about the judging process on the portal, along with, like, is there stuff you would want to change or that you thought was really cool?
I really think that they should do a little bit more clarification on what exactly they mean by some of the things that they're asking you about on there. Because there was a couple times where they were like, tell us how you think it looks in a couple sentences. And it's just like, okay, that's cool. But then it was like, how was it, describe its look. Okay, all right. Now we're doing it twice. And then it was, how does it smoke? And I'm like, well, what part are they asking me about in that? Because then the next was, what was its overall effect? Now tell us your story. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Okay. Those things were weird to me. But the actual numbered system, I'm like, okay, I can take our 1 through 3 and translate that into 1 through 10,
1 through 4, 5 through 8.
Yeah.
Like,
It's okay.
I saved 7 through 10 for threes. Like, I had my notes and the lives going, so I would like look at when I would give a 3 to something, I'd make sure to listen to like what I said about that 3 to know if it was like a 7-3 or like a 9-10-3. I mean, an 8-3 or like a 9-10-3. I did like 5, 6, and 7 for 2s. I did like 1 through 4 for like 1s.
No, I think us and Hightimes could stand to have a conversation.
Oh yeah,
and I think
Absolutely.
we could learn a lot about judging systems together. But I think they could learn a lot about how to present some of those questions and a little bit more direct method for how they want those answers to correlate with the numbers you pick.
Yeah,
like that,
And I understand that they may be trying to attract or make sure that they get certain types of reviews by how they word these questions and whatnot, but you still have to make the question clear. Like, it still has to be clear for someone to give a proper description or review. Like, I also, just side note, can you not make us type our fucking information for every single strain?
Man, I really hope that was just an accident. I really hope that was something that just like
For whatever
went
reason,
down.
Spam.
But we had to log
Every
in
time it's like,
we
so
wanted
you'd
to
be in the,
review
you're
strain.
already inside the portal, you're looking at all the strains, you'd go into one, it would load on the same page, a little scroll box that had all the 1 through 10s, here's your description, go ahead and go through it. You hit submit, right? And you send that one in. Now, you would expect to just have like yourself to go back to like a list of the strains and have that one check marked, that one's done, go to the next one. No. You're going to go back. You need to type in your name, your email. There's like another thing too, I think. Oh, click that you accept the terms and conditions. And then you have to make sure you click on the right strain and not repeat, because they would not check mark or like have any indication of which one you just did or have done.
Dang.
So it's like you literally had to really be careful on like which one you did.
If you look
remember
at my
the last one
notebook,
you did.
Through every single one of them, I have just scratched in big ass letters, done.
Yeah.
Through mine.
So I think you're right. I think not only for user interface friendliness, but also just the fact that it was so similar what they were asking for and what they want. I think it just shows that we as a podcast from years now have kind of nailed what about cannabis is worth
Taste,
judging
effect,
and worth
last and smooth.
yeah, and
What
worth talking
parameters
about
we're
what the
looking
parameters
at.
are. Like the fact that we can just do randomly right now a Hightimes competition and judge it, and it has literally the same exact parameters as we've had for 3 years now as a show. I think that's really cool. I thought that was a really cool thing to like kind of have like an epiphany almost, to be like, hey, we really did just pull together the right stuff.
People can argue a 1 through 10 system. That's fine. I think 1 through 3 is just a really no bullshit system, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, that is something that we do enjoy about the 1 through 3 system. It makes it clear cut what it is. I mean, we can talk about it maybe being like a bit more of a hardcore 2, 3, whatever it is, or why it's more on that number. But we just have never needed the full 1 through 10. We just don't need it. So other than that, though, I do think like what they wanted was right. I think a 1 through 10 system is fine. I don't think 1 through 10 system is bad. I think it's also probably better for the general populace because that's the scale most people are probably used to. Plus, we like to be different. Fuck it. Like, we don't need to be like everybody else that does 1 through 10. Fuck you. But we also love you. Email us. That green crack just has me on one. You know what I'm saying?
You're ready.
Yeah, we're on bowl number 3 now, Spam.
We are. I should grind more.
I mean, overall, it wasn't necessarily the biggest pain in the ass. What I will say is doing it next time, every time I'm done smoking and reviewing a strain on live, I'm going to go in there, go on the portal, and do that strain. And mark it in my notebook as done. Because it's going to be more fresh in my head. Even though I went back and, like, I made sure to watch, like, all my
it'll just
grading.
be better, and it won't be as
going to be
tedious.
A little more consistent, and, not nearly as tedious on, like, the day of or the day before being like, man, I'm going to spend an hour plus 2 hours. Like,
I worked a shift that day, essentially. It was one of my days off, and
I
I was in my chair from like 8 to like 2, and I took a lunch break, and like I made sure that I was like.
They made you work hard for this.
Good.
They did, yeah. Again, super cool experience.
Absolutely, I got a dope backpack.
Yeah, Hightimes, sick ass backpack. I love your magazine. We've already gone over some of your guys' articles. We'd love to have any representative from Hightimes on here as well. That would be super fun. Along with that, I think that truly, I'm excited about the August competition. I think that we need to get a hold of that if we can, because I would love to do just that many strains again. We may even try to do like an episode out of one.
I'll do the dab next time.
Oh, do the dab the next time? That's awesome.
It just feels cool having that many strains too. Like
It does, but man, I really felt like that was a big one. That was a chore.
It was overwhelming to pick. When you had that many.
I mean, but also think
started.
about dabs too, dude. Like doing that many dabs so consistently, like on like and trying to judge it every time.
I build up a tolerance too fast. I don't know if I could do the dab one.
Yeah, Rude kind of punches dabs in their face.
If they're only giving you a gram of each one, and you're just just do a dab of it, and then each.
I don't think they give you a gram of dab. I think it's like a half gram.
Oh yeah.
Talk to Turpy. Turpy did the dab this time.
I think they only gave you 9, and I thought they were dabs. It was
grams.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean, if they're grams, that's actually pretty dope.
But I think it was only like 9 of them instead of it being like 18.
That's not
or
as
21.
daunting for sure.
And then it was like 9 of them, and then it was like.
It would make sense since it was around the same price point. It was like a little more expensive, but that does make more sense that it would only be the 9.
Yeah, the joints were actually kind of surprising too. There was like I think like it was either something. I think it was kind of ridiculous. It was like 12 or 24. And then then there was like infused joints too. That was its own separate combination.
Okay,
so
that's dope. Yeah.
like they did a really good job.
Yeah, the variety was really cool.
Again,
can't wait to see the results. We'll probably go over the results on another episode.
Yeah.
Well, you're a great judge of joints.
What was that?
Honestly,
I want to try the infused.
The infused.
Oh, the infused joints.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
absolutely.
fun.
Yeah. I mean, if we can, if we could save up enough, we might try to just get a couple of them, and like have Rue do one and me do another.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow.
How much were they again?
I think the sativas was like 150.
Okay.
I think my pack was like 170.
Considering everything, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, it might have been 160.
Yeah, I think mine was just a little bit more because it was a little bit more.
A few more strains.
Yeah, came with more stuff. Yeah.
I know it wasn't like too far
I just
off.
know that yours, like, I looked at them one morning and all of them were available. I looked at them in the afternoon, and you told me that you had gotten
the sativa
one. Of the packs, like,
and everything was available still when I got it.
Yeah, and then I went on there again, and there were no more sativa packs available. I laughed and said, nope, and I just ordered them.
Yeah. I
was like, not happening.
It's not happening to me.
I was sitting here laughing about it, wondering if am I really going to do it? He told me he did it, and as soon as I saw that was sold out, I was like, fuck this. If I sit here and ponder any longer than
it's
right
like going to be,
Yeah.
he's going to refresh the page, and they're going to be gone.
And sure as shit, like, after Turpy went out to a club, they told him they were all sold out.
Turpy had to go, and yeah, shout out to Turpy Junkie on Instagram. That's one of our guys on Insta. He had to go, like, I think he tried 3 different high times, traveled. He had to do all kinds of shit just to get the dab bag. It was crazy. And one place told him they had it, and then he got there and they didn't. It was pretty crazy. So that was pretty wild. And I don't know why High Times is so low stocked right now. Hopefully they get that stuff back in. Maybe they're just on like a low point of the season or something. All the other clubs do not have problems like that.
Not that we're noticing.
Yeah. But damn, was it good though? That was really.
It was a great experience. Like I said, I would totally do it again. It was just awesome for our show standpoint because we got to again experience so many different strains. So many new ones. I think next time I'll even want to try to maybe get like if there is one there that they have at the club to get like more and not only do the like judging for the High Times but also do a strain review episode at the same time. Do like a nice big High Times like surrounded episode. And please guys, tell us if you guys would enjoy that. You guys are emailing us, like let us know. Let us know if you guys
what do you want.
Yeah. Let us know if you guys want more high splations like we had last episode.
What do you want?
They want iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
You can have it.
Now we sound like...
Because we're on there.
Now we sound like Rock and Stone.
Rockin' Stone.
I cannot wait to see what spam come out of the woodworks and are like, I know exactly what that is. Because we're not going to say what that is. For Carl.
Like that. Rockin' Stone.
Absolutely wonderful. Any final notation, guys, on the High Times Cannabis Cup? Did you guys have any final thoughts or comments that we didn't cover?
It was cool. It was cool. I think next time, I think they need to. This is just a little bit of advice.
Give it to them.
School your people on their packaging. Make it very clear that if this is like special batches for the Cannabis Cup, then they need to have a label on the top, company, strain name, this and that, because not all of them had very direct labeling. Like some of the companies out there had some really.
Some had to go through their Instagram page or to look on Google and find their company.
Some of them have Instagram names on their packages that don't fucking exist.
Yeah, or that you'd have to like, or they'd have sort of that name and then it'd have something completely different because they couldn't actually get that name on Instagram.
Yeah, or that name already got like banned for something and they had to get a new one.
Then put your backup or new account on.
You gotta get new labels made or relabel your old packages, guys.
You know, there's certain standards the cannabis industry does need to notice, and seeing this many top shelf Cannabis Cup, nominated strains and companies have that issue is it's kind of ridiculous right now in California in 2022,
and especially if they're actually gonna on the High Times website say on there, do not judge it by its packaging. I'm like, the fuck you tell me I won't. I didn't on this one because you asked nicely, but if you send me some bullshit ass shit and I don't know which one I'm looking at until I'm at the judge's portal and I'm like, oh, so-and-so, that's who did that strain. Thank you, Judge's Portal, for being open and telling me what I smoked exactly, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, exactly.
So I had a couple of them in there that are just the names on there because I'm like, I package it and tell me who this is.
Yeah.
I can see the cultivator's name, but I can't see the company's name.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I kind of forgot to mention was the locations that were mentioned on the packaging sometimes too did not like really correspond with SoCal.
Yeah.
No.
So I don't know
There
if
was
that
one
meant
was
like the.
pretty Northern California.
Oh, there's ones in Oakland. There's one in
Yeah.
Sacramento.
Yeah, I had a
Like,
couple
and
of
I was like,
ones.
okay, so does that mean like,
Where's the cutoff?
yeah, or like, is your company in that city, but the farm is from
Is
SoCal,
up
so
it.
you're like allowed to enter because you're growing it out in SoCal? Like,
I mean, that's
how about you
probably-
explain that?
Yeah, and but I bet that
How about you
if,
explain that, right?
if we get some Los Angeles grown weed from a company out here,
It,
because he bought
Yeah.
some.
it'd be
Because they bought
cool.
farms down south.
Now I know this is being extra, but it'd be
Be
cool.
extra, Rue.
It'd be cool if for each strain that you get in your kit, there's some little like blurb that comes from the company of like about the company itself, a little
That's
bit
not
about
extra.
the strain.
That should be attached to a competition like this if
That'd
they
be kind
care.
of cool.
Yeah, you mean like if you went to a competition in person and people had their
guess you're
different
right,
products
yeah.
out, as if they'd almost have like a little fold thing that would hold a piece of paper that is like their alma mater or whatever,
They're
their
like,
like
"Here's
company
what I
statement.
did."
Here's what about
I
me.
think
Like,
that's a good idea. I
It'd be
think
Yeah.
we
cool.
have that, Ruth. That's not.
Yeah, so-
that sounds appropriate.
'Cause
Yeah.
that would probably answer a lot of our questions
Hightimes,
right
come
now.
talk
High
to
times.
us.
Oh, and they get tagged. You know they're gonna get tagged when
They're
I
gonna
post
get
this. Yeah, when I post this, they're gonna get tagged. This is actually gonna get
Heroes.
posted pretty soon, so everybody's
Help
gonna see
us,
this
help
pretty
you,
soon.
help us.
Yeah,
Help you.
help me, help you, help us, help you.
Teamwork.
I mean, still though, again, we really appreciate the
do.
opportunity. Otherwise, it
I
was
do. It
really,
was
really
really cool.
fun.
So cool.
We'd love to do it again. We're gonna do it in August if we have the opportunity. We're gonna do next year's like
They're gonna.
I mean,
block
it's
us.
just
They're
something
like,
that
they
I will.
talk shit on us on
We
their
talk shit, but
podcast.
we
don't
care.
want them
'Cause
judging
we're
us.
honest.
Fuck them.
And if Hightimes is a real magazine full of real journalists, I mean, this is just the truth. If they're a real magazine full of real journalists that like journalism, whether it's about cannabis or not,
Yeah.
you should respect and understand people's opinions and what they have to say about it. We're not coming at them just saying yada 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 bullshit bullshit bullshit. We're giving reasons and rhyme to the song here. Like it's not. We're not just coming at them with nothing.
I'd
So
totally be open to a conversation, even if
Would
it's just
love
to
it.
shut me down and make me feel stupid.
yeah,
Like,
would love it.
it's like, I wish
Honestly.
I came more prepared to talk
Make
to
me
you about
feel
this.
stupid.
But like,
The
you know, on the
correspondence
other
would be
hand,
great.
like, yeah, spank me with your diploma.
Thank you.
Spank me with your diploma.
The
really
I mean,
green
I
crack
can.
has us excited tonight, guys.
Or you teach me. Teach me, learn.
Yeah. But yeah, again, amazing experience. Spam, please let us know what you thought about them. Go back on our Instagrams. You're gonna hear the social handles in a minute here. Like, go to our social handles, watch those lives, watch our judgments on those. We had super fun. Thanks, Special K. Thanks, freaking everybody that we had different stuff on there for. We had like all kinds of our brand stuff on
Watching
there.
with us.
Yeah, what was that?
For the people watching. Like,
Yeah,
that
all
were
the
on
people
lives and
watching,
with us.
Mustache, all you guys, Chirpy, thanks. Just for reaching out to me about that as well.
Yo, Shaq.
Yo, Shaq, thanks for jumping on there. Everybody, that was just super awesome. And with that, guys, until next time, I think it's you should stay high, stay golden, and smoke with you soon. You can catch Double A on Twitter and Instagram at AA1242.
You can follow this old dinosaur on Twitter at SurferDan. Just kidding. I was too slow to get that handle, but that guy's still pooping. I'm at 42 Strains. That's the number 42 Strains. And over on Instagram, you can find me at SurferDan of 42 Strains.
If you'd like to see what's going on with your girl Snacks, you can go to Twitter and follow SnackQueen21. I repeat, SnackQueen21.
Or come follow Chucky D over on Instagram at Chuck_Dante or Twitter at iHeartChuckabees.
And if you'd like, you can follow Rue on Twitter at Blazing Roots.